This animal grows the world's softest wool, but try touching it and it'll vanish like smoke. Imagine a fabric so rare that only royalty were allowed to wear it, and so valuable that a single scarf can cost more than a gold necklace. This isn't silk or cashmere or anything you've ever touched before. This is vicuña wool, the world's most expensive fiber, harvested from a wild animal that lives nearly 4,000 meters above the clouds. And watching how this fiber is collected feels less like farming and more like witnessing an ancient mountain ritual come alive. Welcome to the Peruvian Andes, where the air turns thin, the wind stings, and the horizon stretches into endless stone and ice. This harsh, breathtaking landscape is home to one of Earth's most elegant and elusive animals, the vicuña. Small, slender, golden brown, and unbelievably fast, vicuñas roam freely across high-altitude plains. For thousands of years, the Inca Empire considered them sacred. Their wool was so prized, so luxurious, that only emperors could wear it. Today, vicuña wool remains the pinnacle of luxury textiles, commanding thousands of dollars per kilogram. But what makes it so rare? And how is this delicate fiber collected from a wild animal without harming it? To understand that, we step into a tradition revived from the ancient world. Vicuña wool isn't like ordinary fleece. Each fiber is just 12 microns, thin, finer than cashmere, softer than baby alpaca, and lighter than any textile in high fashion. This microscopic thickness traps heat extraordinarily well, which is why the animals survive freezing mountain nights. But vicuñas aren't domesticated. They cannot live in barns, cannot be raised like sheep, and cannot be forced to produce wool. They remain wild, and this makes their fiber incredibly scarce. Each animal produces only about 200 grams of usable fiber every 2 years. So how do you gather wool from an animal that refuses to be tamed? The answer lies in a ceremony older than recorded history. The harvest begins with the chaccu, a method once practiced by the Inca. Imagine hundreds of villagers forming a massive human circle stretching across hillsides, valleys, and steep ridges. They slowly walk inward, gently guiding the vicuñas toward a corral. No machines, no loud noises, just coordination, patience, and respect. The vicuña is skittish. One wrong movement and it vanishes into the mountains. But when the chaccu is successful, the entire herd moves calmly into temporary enclosures. Once inside, trained handlers carefully separate the animals. No one rushes, no one raises their voice. Vicuñas can die from stress, so maintaining calm is essential. Their coats are trimmed using specialized shears. The process is gentle and fast, removing only the outer fleece. The animal is then released immediately back into the wild, unharmed and free. And believe it or not, this is just the beginning. The real transformation happens after the wool leaves the mountains. Freshly shorn vicuña fiber doesn't look luxurious. It's tangled, dusty, and mixed with vegetation from the rugged Andes. Women from local communities gather around large cloth mats, picking through the fleece by hand. Every tiny strand is inspected, every impurity removed. There is no machine in the world delicate enough to do this job. Next comes the deshardado, a labor-intensive step where coarse guard hairs are plucked out one by one. Only the inner fibers, the softest part of the entire fleece, are kept. After hours of cleaning, the wool is finally sorted by grade. Grade 1, ultra-fine fibers destined for luxury garments. Grade 2, still exceptional, used for scarves and shawls. Lower grades, used for blends or smaller accessories. A single scarf requires the fleece of at least 6 vicuñas. And once the fibers are cleaned, they enter workshops where ancient skill meets modern precision. The cleaned vicuña fibers are shipped to specialized spinning workshops. Here, expert artisans handle the wool with extraordinary care. Because the fibers are so thin, even a slight tug can cause them to break. First, the wool is carded, gently untangled and aligned. Then it is spun into yarn so fine that even a light breeze could lift it from the table. Spinning vicuña is considered one of the hardest textile skills in the world. The yarn must be perfectly smooth, uniform in thickness, strong enough to weave, soft enough to retain its natural qualities. Only master spinners are trusted with it. But the real magic happens when this precious yarn reaches the loom. Inside quiet weaving studios, Artisans thread the vicuña yarn onto wooden looms. Each pass of the shuttle is slow, deliberate, and deeply respectful of the material. Vicuña fabric isn't woven in a rush. It grows gradually, centimeter by centimeter. The finished cloth has a warm, golden glow. It feels almost weightless. Touching it is like brushing your hand across air warmed by sunlight. This fabric becomes coats worth $10,000 to $25,000 scarf, sold for over $4,000, blankets priced higher than fine jewelry. Its rarity, its softness, its history, everything contributes to its extraordinary value. But for the communities who protect the vicuña, this fabric is more than luxury, it's survival. Decades ago, vicuñas were nearly extinct due to poaching. Their numbers dropped to only a few thousand. Then the chaccu tradition was revived not for fashion, but for conservation. By allowing communities to benefit financially from sustainable shearing, the vicuña became worth more alive than hunted. Today, the population has rebounded to over 200,000. The entire vicuña economy is built on respect, patience, tradition, sustainability. The animals remain wild. They roam freely. They contribute to communities. And they live long, healthy lives. So the world's most expensive fiber isn't just rare. It's a story of survival, culture, and centuries-old respect. People often ask, why is vicuña wool so expensive? The answer lies in 7 facts. Vicuñas are wild and cannot be farmed. Each animal can only be shorn once every 2 years. Every shearing requires hundreds of people. The usable fiber per animal is extremely small. Cleaning and sorting are entirely done by hand. Spinning requires expert skill. The weaving process is slow and delicate. Luxury in this case isn't about branding. It's about effort, scarcity, and artistry. No other textile on earth requires this much patience, respect, and tradition. And once you understand the journey, you'll never look at a vicuña scarf the same way again. From icy mountain peaks to silent weaving studios, vicuña wool carries the weight of history. It reminds us that the most extraordinary materials don't come from factories. They come from traditions kept alive by people who understand the value of nature. Every strand tells a story of ancient rituals, of fragile wildlife, of careful hands, of a fabric fit for kings, and now fit for anyone who appreciates the rarest textile ever created. So now that you've seen how the world's rarest wool is taken from a wild animal and turned into a luxury fabric, what shocked you more, the scarcity, the price, or the process?